Fine. So today I'm going to discuss about three methodology of studying. People always tell me you don't have time. Whenever I start reading, I get so much distracted. I'm not able to concentrate. I'm not able to focus. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to read. But you have to start somewhere, right? You have to start somewhere reading your books or preparing for UPSC. So what I'm going to share today is how to the reading methodology of how to read. Start with the study methodology. See, these are three simple hacks that I'm going to teach you, and it is very, very powerful. Okay, it may sound crazy, it may sound weird, it may sound very simple, but if you start following this, your brain psychology will work wonders inside you. Okay, so the first thing that I want to share is your study room. The first secret is your study room. See, your study room should have a table or a chair or at least a corner where you have to sit and study. Fine. It should be very clean. On the table, whatever you are reading at that time, only those books should be there. Don't pile up the books on the study table, so that when you see that table and when you just think of something regarding studies itself, if you see the books, you will see, oh, this book I didn't read, I have to read this one. Okay, that one, oh, that topic I forgot to read. No, all these things will pop up in your mind. Hope you have experienced that. But if you want to stay focused, stay mindful in whatever you are reading, remove all the books from your table where you are sitting and reading. Keep only those book or a page or an article that is necessary for you to read at that time. It will help you to stay focused and concentrated. It will not help you to distract from your studies. That is very, very important. Fine. So when your study room is very clean, your mind will also be very clean. Remember in the class where I told you, first is remembering your dreams, second one is making up your bed, right? And also it is about making up your environment clean, so that you have a very positive environment to start reading and start preparing. That is very, very important. So you can't sit and read in a messy environment where the books are scattered, clothes are lying, all the garbage is down, and you can't sit there and read. So make sure at least you clean your study area and start reading. Fine. That is the first thing, that it should be very neat and very clean. The second one is, like, your room should be filled with, colorful notes. Colorful notes in the sense, like, whatever topics you are reading, remember I have asked you to choose 5 essay topics, the general topics. Write down those essay topics, paste it in the walls, and anything that you come across in the newspapers or in the news or in any material or in the magazine, just don't write the whole essay, just read the essay, write the short notes and stick it on that particular essay, and start, once you walk into that room, you see that poster and you start remembering whatever you are reading. Fine. See, it can be short notes or even short symbols, flashcards or stick-ons or whatever it is. Make this habit. Whatever feels important to you, whatever topic feels important to you, current affairs or in geography or in history, just make it a flashcard, paste it in your walls and anything, because it is your room, right? You are going to use it for your UPSC. So you have to decorate it or just do it, stick-ons and all these things, so that whenever you walk in, walk out of the room, or even something will catch your mind or catch your eyes, and your mind will start remembering whatever you are reading. See, the whole point of this mastery, meta learning, is to make you memorize everything that you read, right? So when you are making short notes, just stick it somewhere and start, whenever you roam around, you can see whatever topics that is, attracting you, and start updating those things with the stick-ons and add the additional points so that you don't forget about it. Make it colorful, not like, circle or rectangle. Make it some different shapes, different colors, so that when the topic comes, the first thing will pop up in your mind is the color that you have given when you are writing the notes. That is why I ask my students to write it in different colors, in different forms, in different shapes, cartoons, no, whatever it is. So make it that, because the first thing your mind remember is the color. Okay, so make it different colors, write it differently, make some shapes, make some smileys, make some faces, do whatever you think perfect, because you are going through the mastery course also. You will have different ideas of making notes. Fine. So this is the first thing, your room and the notes that you are taking. Fine. Next one is the study chair. Now, why am I talking about the chair? Is that you should have 2 chairs in your study room. Okay. One chair is to study, sit and study, concentrate, be mindful, very focused. The next chair should be for revision. When you sit in the chair, like this, you just shift and then be very relaxed, start thinking about what you studied. Remember the 2 days that I have given you, or to think, the Wednesday and the Sundays, 2 days off where you will do your revisions. So on that day, sit in the revision chair, start remembering things that you have read, or even every day after reading for 2 hours, sit in the revision chair and then remember things, that whatever you have read, and just whatever comes to your mind. It is okay if you forget things, but whatever comes into your mind, right, when you sit in the revision chair, that you will never forget, because your mind will be reprogrammed for that particular chair. Because when you sit in the chair, you will start automatically revising whatever things that you have read in that particular hour, on that particular day, or whatever is comfortable to you. Fine. These 2 things, it is very simple, but it is also somewhat fun and weird, but it is a very, very good brain technique. Fine. Have 2. One is for studying and another is for revising. The third one is the psychology of how to apply the 20% or identify the 20% topics to get the maximum results that you can achieve in the UPSC. Fine. For that, you should have your syllabus ready. Every time when you start sitting, or when you start reading, remember, if you want to read some topics, take down the syllabus. Okay, take the syllabus with you, paste it somewhere. As I told you, paste it in your bathroom, paste it in your study room, paste it wherever you go frequently, in that wall, syllabus, and then pick a topic. Okay, if you are reading climatology in geography, just an example, if you're reading climatology in geography, or if you're reading some, about nuclear energy for current affairs, select the topic, take the question paper, the previous 10 years question paper, mains question paper, okay, mains question paper, and then start seeing the questions that are asked in and around that subject. Okay, so once you are familiar with what are the questions that are being asked by the UPSC on that particular topic, then you start reading and start preparing based on the questions. Fine. See, UPSC is not going to ask you directly what are the types of nuclear energy, or where does the nuclear plant situated in India, or which is the largest nuclear energy producing country. It is not going to ask you directly. Ghuma ke they'll ask you. So what is your work is to read in and around that topic. In this way, you will cover your syllabus. In this way, you will cover the topics also. Fine. So see, in a book, if you are reading some reference books, in that book, you are not going to read everything in that reference book. Say if it is a 400-page book, 400 pages is not going to help you clear UPSC. For you, it may be 10 or 12 papers or pages, which will be helpful for your UPSC or for that particular chapter. That's it. And then that book is not useful to you. Fine. So identify that 12 pages. Start reading that. How to identify? Take the syllabus, select a topic, see the question papers of 10 years, whatever questions are being asked. Even you can include essay also, because we are preparing for essays also. So essay also take it, and then start reading in and around that. Okay, take that particular book and material, keep it in the table, and then just start reading that. Then after reading one particular chapter or one particular topic, prepare short notes. Not all the notes that you are just seeing and writing, that is not taking notes. It is about reading, close the book, think about what your mind is remembering, what your mind is thinking about that particular topic, start jotting down. It may not be in the sequence, it's okay, but whatever comes into your mind, write it. Fine. And then give subtopics and then write some in that particular topic. What are the subtopics there? What are the important things? You can draw a symbol or you can just write short notes, anything. Fine. But that is going to help you. It is not about, page ratta marke, you are writing the whole paragraph, you are not going to remember. But in this way, if you prepare like every topic, every question related to that topic, your work will be very easy, guys. You will complete the syllabus in a very, very less time, and you can dedicate the time which is remaining, which will be very, very huge, the time which is going to be for you to revise. Okay, so try this technique, because I have tried this. I have done this myself when I prepared. I have not read the whole syllabus. I have not read the whole reference books. I have not read the whole material that has been given to me by Vajiram Ravi or Insight or whatever coaching classes that I went. Okay, it is all about selecting the particular topic, reading in and around it, so that you can finish off the syllabus and then you can start revising it. Remember, 2 days is for your revision. Okay, so whatever subjects you are planning to read, as I told you, start with the hard subject, tough subjects in the morning, and then also tough subject in the evening. In between, you can read some, subjects that you are interested. And apart from morning and evening, you have to read newspapers in your free time, not the time dedicated for you to read. Okay, so start analyzing newspapers. I have told you how to analyze it, or you can go and see check out the sessions that is given for particularly how to read newspapers and magazines. Fine. So that is all about study method.